Yes, well, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asif Reza, and I'm from Arsa Study Consultant, Lahore, Model Town. Today, I have the most important guest with me from Hungary, from the University of Page. Normally, you Pakistani call is the PECS, and Mr. Peter Arvai. Actually, he's a deputy director from International Department of Recruitment. So he's with us today. He will actually introduce himself, university, or different offer program offered. And you can ask different questions from him. Sir, please, Peter. Good morning, good evening from here.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be here with you today, even just like now virtually. But a couple of weeks ago, I had the honor and privilege to visit the ARSA Study Consultants Office in Lahore, and just to start with, I what I experienced there is a very professional team led by Sir Asif. uh, I think that if you choose to go to ARSA Study Consultancy, you will be in great hands, and they are among our top partners worldwide uh, about student recruitment. So again, thank you for this opportunity to visit your office back then, and I'm very much looking forward to get back to Lahore.
Welcome, sir.
About the University of Page, I've put together a very short presentation for you to briefly introduce you the university, and then I hope it will be useful, and then we can get to the questions and answers part where we will try to answer all your queries, if that's
Right,
okay.
right, sir.
So my presentation is there.
Yeah,
Let
I'm gonna
me.
share the
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So. Um, brief bits about the university. As you can see, Hungary is inside the European Union, inside the Schengen zone. It's very important. We will get back to this matter later on. But once you are studying in Hungary, it means that you can freely travel around more than 20 countries without any further visas required. So I think an important matter when it comes to choosing your study option.
right.
Um, Within the European Union, Hungary is located in Central Europe. As you can see, many major cities and major capitals are just about hundreds of kilometers away. Just to give you an understanding, most probably I will visit Berlin in a couple of weeks, and from my city, from Page, it's about 10 hours driving. So I think it's like very accessible. Also going to the major capitals, to Paris or Amsterdam or Madrid. These are 2 hour flights from Hungary. So when it comes to international education, I think it's really important to highlight that you can have an exposure to many different countries and many different cultures while you are studying abroad. About the city of Page, as you can see on the pictures, it's a wonderful little city. It's a very historical city with amazing architecture, and about 150,000 inhabitants, out of which, as you can see, around 20,000, 21,000 are studying at the university,
Right.
and an additional 7,000 are working at the university. So it's really a university town. We were named the European Capital of Culture in 2010, and since 2017, we are also a UNESCO learning city. Um, about the university at a glance, the University of Page is the first Hungarian university established over 650 years ago in the 14th century, and right now have about 21,000 students, out of which almost 5,000 are coming from abroad, are international students representing 114 countries. We will see later on that Pakistani students represent a great bunch of them. I think right now it's over 100 active students currently studying in Page from Pakistan. So if you decide to go to Hungary and decide to go to the University of Page, most probably you will not be alone as a Pakistani student. You will arrive to a wonderful, colorful international community. Within, we have a wonderful and colorful Pakistani community here.
Right.
Um, the university has 10 faculties. We will go to that later on. And we also have 8 dormitories located in Page or around Page, which is important because, as we will mention it later on, the university offers automatic dormitory placement for the first year students for the first year of the studies. Generally speaking, we like to say that we belong to the leading top 0.5% of international higher education worldwide,
Right.
according to various sources. And I would like to, among the international accreditations that we have, I would like to highlight one, the most important one, maybe our business administration and management programs accreditation, which is the accredited by the EFMD. It's the European Foundation for Management Degrees, and only around 120 degree programs hold this accreditation worldwide. So it's really an elite group of business programs. If you're looking for something like that, I think this is something that you definitely need to check out. Just a glimpses of the newest developments. You can see on the right side of the picture, this is the brand new building of our medical school. On the other side of the picture, you can see a building that is under development. Now we have just inaugurated this building, which is the newest clinic for the dentistry students. So we can say that we offer the most modern health sciences and medical sciences campuses in Central Europe. On the picture on the left side is one of the as we call it, the skill labbers, the skill laboratories where students can uh, uh, do the internship and traineeships on wonderful new tools that we've just acquired. Um,
Right.
Again, just very briefly about the newest developments. We are about to build a new technology and innovation park with many new facilities. One of them is the knowledge management center. We're gonna have also a data analysis and laboratory center with health service data management, smart healthcare, uh, economics and social sciences research group. So you can see that we are in the middle of a large scale modernization of our campuses. We also have a wonderful master program in biomedical engineering. We are about to build a new biomedical engineering center to help the research on that field. And you can see many other things will be in this new technology and innovation park. About the top sending countries, you can see that obviously the biggest chunk of our student community, international student community, is coming from Germany,
Right.
because they are very much interested in our medical programs, especially. We have obviously many students from China, Iran, Norway, but on the fifth place, you can see Pakistan as the fifth biggest sending country. Almost every 10th new students this year came from Pakistan, and we're looking forward to expand this. So, as you can see, you will arrive to a colorful European community when you come to Page, but at the same time, you will not be alone in that community as a Pakistani student. Regarding the international degree programs that we offer, as a comprehensive university, on the right side of the picture, you can see that we offer international degree programs in business management, legal studies, medical and health sciences, natural sciences, human and social sciences, arts, engineering, and architecture. So it's a wide scope of studies. I would say the only thing that we don't offer is agriculture. Outside of that, we can mainly offer anything. And this is true for basically every study levels. We offer programs from foundation level through bachelor's, master's, and doctoral level. There's just one small information, as we what we call a one-tier master or an undivided program are mainly study programs that are 5 or 6 year long,
Right.
and at the students can start with a high school degree, and at the end they become they receive a master's level degree. This is mainly available in the fields of medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, architecture, and different arts programs like painting or sculpture. About the fees, one of the major um, um, upsides of studying at the University of Page is the affordability. and the quality of the studies that you get at a very student friendly price. As you can see, our bachelor programs are starting from let's say 3,400 euros per year. Okay, I'm converting to this to the yearly fee, and they are somewhere at the like the maximum is about let's say 6 to 8 thousand euros per year, and the medical programs are obviously a bit more expensive. The yearly fee is around 16,000 euros per year for a medical degree program, but still I would say it is quite affordable. Yes, regarding the application requirements for the bachelor programs and one-tier master programs, we require a certificate of previous studies. It can be a high school diploma or equivalent. In the IB system, I would say we are looking for students with at least 27 points, but 30 plus points is preferred. In the AAS level system, we require A levels with a combined grade of a BBC. Uh, and in this system, it's also possible if you only finished with O levels, then an O level plus a diploma is also acceptable, as this is also equivalent to 12 years of education before university. So that's the main thing in our system, that people can only enroll to a bachelor program or an undergraduate program if they have finished 12 years of education previously. Yes, for yes, and for a master or graduate program, we require a bachelor degree. We also ask you to upload the transcripts of your previous studies or academic records to see exactly what kind of courses did you completed. Um, there are some specific entry requirements. For example, there's a portfolio for architecture, because hand drawing skills are very important in architecture. And for the medical courses, there's an entrance examination. There's a written test and an oral interview. The written test is either our own in-house test, which is a multiple choice test in biology and chemistry, or you can also go for the BMAT. It's a Cambridge organized, internationally accessible test. The BMAT stands for Biomedical Admission Test, and it is accepted by many medical schools around the world. So if you are looking for at different options around the world, I think BMAT can be a good solution for you, because that can provide you an entry to many medical schools. It's not really relevant for you, but if your previous education was not held in English, then we also need a proof of language proficiency. But in the case if your previous education, high school education or bachelor degree, was taught fully in English, then we don't require English certificate. At every study program, we run an online interview with the candidates. So we do an online interview via Zoom, Skype, whatever. This interview is basically aiming at two different things. One is to understand better your educational background, to know what exactly you've learned and studied before. This is not a very strict entrance exam, so it's not like you get questions that if you don't respond correctly, then you're going to fail. It's more likely to understand better what you studied. And also the other part is to get to know you better as a person. It's kind of how to measure the character fitness, whether your character, your personality can be a good fit to our community, and vice versa, that our university can be a good fit for you. This is something that we also like to check, because even though with 5,000 international students we have a huge community, we also kind of think about it as a family, and we want to make sure that whoever arrives to this community will be a good fit and will have a good time while they are studying here. Living costs and accommodation. The average living costs are around 500 US dollars or 500 euros per month. This is again an average. You can have, I think, a quite decent life from that, but um, it really depends on your personal needs. like, I think this is not the bare minimum that you can survive from or with. And there are some students who spend a lot more than that. Dormitory placement for every international freshman students, I've already touched on that. I would say it's right now less than 140 dollars or euros, because of exchange rates have changed dramatically. Right now I would say somewhere around $120, 120 euros per month, including a weekly cleaning of your room, changing of your bed linens, and all the utilities. Most of the students are living in double rooms, so you will most probably have a roommate, and two rooms will share one kitchen and one bathroom. In the dormitories, we only use so these uh, uh, two bedrooms and one kitchen and one bathroom. This is what we call one unit, and these units are always same-sex units. So we do not mix females with males in these, because it can be uncomfortable, obviously. Many of our students opt to go out to a rented flat, at least after the first year spent in dormitory. This is available around $400 for 400 euros per month, including utilities for two people. So that's a bit more expensive, but obviously it gives you a bit more comfort, maybe, and a bit more freedom than living in the dormitories. And that would be it. If you have any question, then please contact Sir Asif Raza at the email or WhatsApp number that I've just put there up. If you would like to check out the university directly, then you can do it through international.pt.hu, or also you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram in the Studying Page Hungary pages. And yes, that would be my presentation, and I think I'm more than ready to answer all your questions if there are any.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for the great
Thank you.
information about the paid city university. So a lot of questions are here. The people want to ask. The first question I'm going to ask from personally about the interview. The University of Page conduct the interview, schedule interview for international students. For example, the one student who appeared in the interview for admission, and he rejected by university. There's any chance to he'll be get the same, like for the interview chance for the same intake, second chance?
Only in the cases of the medical programs. So in medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy, students have the possibility to retake the exam 3 times in one intake.
Okay.
For the other programs, generally it's not possible, only if something extraordinary happens. For example, I don't know, power shortage or internet breakdown or something that really, or I don't know, like a construction is going on in the nearby, so something that really affects the conduct of the interview. Otherwise, it's not possible in the same intake.
But Mr. Engineer Javed Tipu want to ask, I'm sure that's question. So it's on a screen, please. He want to ask about the tuition fee.
Yes, the Master in Civil Engineering program costs 7,600 US dollars per year.
Yeah.
This is important. This is important that we ask for 1 year fee for the upfront. So before we issue the letter of acceptance, I'm sure we're going to get there later on, but it's really important, and it's really a positive thing when it comes to visa application that you paid 1 year upfront. The next question is like, what type of diploma is acceptable after having O levels? Anything like in diploma, I say like a 2-year diploma program, okay, and anything related to the future studies. So if you apply to business, then anything to business, accounting, finance, marketing, anything like this is acceptable. If you would like to apply for engineering from a then again, this is something like that, not like from a business diploma applying to an engineering program is not really possible.
So the next question on your screen, please.
Yes, clear this to the students of the job opportunity. Legally, it's possible, so you can have a part-time job up to 20 hours a week to work while you're studying. And I can say that hundreds of our international students are do work while they study. I would say that around, depending on the season, but it's like 5 to 10% of our international students continuously working. Um, so it's possible, and there are plenty of job opportunities around in Page, around the city, and obviously uh, there is the remote work is also possible. I would say that students can have a nice income from that. Students can uh, have an additional income to have to maintain themselves, but they will come firstly as students. So it's important that there will be times when your study schedule will be, too hard, and you won't be able to work on that and work while you are studying. And it's important that you shouldn't rely in 100% on the income that you might have while working in Page.
Right. So the next
Um,
question from the
yes,
screen.
BTech civil engineering honors can eligible for MS. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a bachelor, right?
Yeah, it's a bachelor of technology in civil engineering. So definitely he is eligible for the structural engineering. There's a program is offered by engineering faculty.
But this BTech is a 3 year bachelor program, right, or 4 year
It's
or
almost
something
a
like.
4 year bachelor program in
Okay,
the.
yes, then yes, it's and the honors is available. Yes, so it's eligible for masters, um, and we have a nice selection of master programs in engineering.
Right. So the next question student want to ask about the gap.
Study
That
gap, yes. There is no, like, from the university side, there is no official saying about it, which means that we accept the gap and there is no limit in the study gap. Um, and it is also true for the immigration office. However, what we see from the previous experiences that students in the like students applying for bachelors, if they are older than 25, they have gradually lower chance to get the visa.
Mhm.
And also in the for masters, I would say this line is at the age of 30. So if you are applying for a bachelor's under 25, then it should be okay. And also the same case if you are applying for masters below 30, then it should be okay. It's also important, like, what did you do in this study gap, in this gap period? If you worked in a related field, and if you, like, for example, you had, let's say, a diploma in nursing, and then you worked for 5 years, and now you want to go for a bachelor's of nursing, or you had the bachelor of nursing, then working, and you want to go to the masters. I think it's highly acceptable and makes sense. But if you were, like, having a bachelor's in IT, working in IT, and now applying for bachelor's in nursing or social work or whatever, then it will raise questions in the minds of the immigration office whether studying is the real purpose. So as long as it connects to your previous studies and previous career, then it's fine.
Right. So
Okay. I
yeah,
have done 2 years graduation in 2017, and from then I'm working in a bank. I have study visa for Hungary. Well, I think that in that case, like, applying for a bachelor's in business administration, it can be a smooth thing. Yes.
so, but I want to say one thing that because he has completed 2 year bachelor, it's not a 4 year, so he is not eligible for the master's program. So he has to go in a bachelor degree because he has just a 14-year education. So next
Yes.
question, sir. Thank you. Please, next question on the screen. What about the biological
Biology.
science? Yeah, please.
Okay, I have to very quickly check this. Well, because it depends also the level of the studies. Okay, because from this intake on, we offer biotechnology on both bachelor's and masters. Okay, so and yes. But the bachelor of biotechnology is 7,000 euros per year.
Yeah, and they
Okay, and
require the tuition fee. Department
is
require the 1 year tuition fee.
Yes,
Well,
yes, 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 yes. And the masters in biotechnology is 11,000 euros per year.
yeah.
But the good thing is that if you pay upfront 1 year in the masters, then you already paid half of the full fee.
So can you
Okay.
explain us about some opportunity, the student who comes from the self-finance based in University of Page, and he has completed one or the two semesters successfully with a good grade. What are the good opportunity for this student related to partial scholarship, some Erasmus, or some funding,
Yeah.
some other third-party funding for the international students?
Yes, just to the final thing is the biomedical engineering masters. It's 7,600 euros per year, or dollars, but sorry, dollars per year. So it's 7,600. Regarding the partial scholarships, there are some opportunities. Exactly. Um, for example, there is a scholarship opportunity at our business school. It's called the alumni scholarship, meaning that if you graduated and on a bachelor level at our business school and you would like to continue on masters, then you can get a 50% discount on the master's fee just because you're coming from the same university. And I think it's also true for all, not only the business graduates. So anyone who graduated at the University of Page would like to do a master's at our business school, then they can get an alumni discount. Um, the other thing is that we also our engineering faculty has also established some scholarships that are in line with or coming in connection with connecting the teaching and research work at the faculty. So there are possibilities to go into to the research and teaching activities of the faculty, helping the professors and getting paid for that. And regarding the Erasmus scholarship, that's very important, and I think it's one of the most important opportunities that students have while they are studying in Hungary. The Erasmus scholarship is basically there to finance you to do an exchange semester within Europe or an exchange year. So basically, what it is about is that you do, let's say, a 3 year bachelor's um, in Page, and out of these 3 years, you spent 1 year at another European university, and at the other European university, you don't pay any fees. So you still paying the Hungarian fees, which are very affordable. And for that time period, what you spend abroad at the other university, you get a scholarship from the European Union. It's usually a couple of hundreds of euros per month to help you to maintain yourself. And just one more thing, which is important and concerning this, is that our business school have just launched a wonderful double degree program with the ESDES Lyon Business School in France, which is available both on bachelor's and master's. So if you spend 1 year in France at this business school, either on bachelor's or master's, you get their degree as well. So for this affordable Hungarian fee, you can get a Hungarian and a French business degree, and it's available also on bachelor's and master's.
Okay, one of the question asked by the one student, visa refusal student accepted by university. First one student is rejected by Hungarian embassy and he got admission from someone else university. Is it possible to get admission in your university or you can apply again for visa?
Like so the students have already been refused. I mean, the visa has been refused, and he or she would like to apply again to another university, right?
Yeah, in your.
Okay, it's possible. What I know about it is that if the student has applied to any Schengen country for a visa and it got refused, then our officials know about it. So it's in the joint system, and obviously it's not gonna positively affect the visa application, but it's not an automatic no.
Okay. So next question, sir, please.
One student who has accepted from page and last date of fee is 29 months, but university has not sent about account details and what not, what no. Okay, so usually we use credit card payment now because it's much faster than wire transfer. So if you received an invoice from the university or the fee payment notice, then there's a pay online button which you can use. If you would like to pay via bank transfer, then it's also possible. I can share with you the details. I can share the details with Sir Asif Raza, and if anything like that comes up in the future, you can also share it with the students. But usually it takes a bit more time for the money to arrive. So this is why we prefer a credit card payment, because it's automatic.
Welcome, sir. So, student asked me how much time is required, like after interview for the offer letter.
Yes, I think it's well, depending on the season, because sometimes it's really a lot of interviews. But I would say somewhere between 1 to 10 days is sufficient. Yes.
So, next question, sir.
I've done graduation in commerce in 2017, BCom 2 years, done Inter in 2014, and I'm working from 2017 in bank. It's ready to my degree now. Tell me if I'm eligible. Oh, I think this gentleman has already asked a related question. So if it's a 2 year degree, then what you can do is basically apply for a bachelor's of
Yeah.
business administration here in Hungary, and we will check all your subjects that you've done previously at the BCom, and see if any of them can be accepted by us. So it can shorten your study period in page.
Okay. So, most important, one of the again, one question on your screen, please. Can you answer, please?
Yes. Yes, you can transfer your studies in if you so from Hungary you can transfer your studies to any other European universities. However, I would say that because of the affordability and the quality of the Hungarian education, I would not say that it makes too much sense.
So, is it some their requirement to the transfer one semester after two semester, or any other type of the requirement from the transfer facility in the transfer facility? What do you say?
Sorry, I didn't follow.
I want to ask about the transfer. Once, for example, student has to complete one semester or the two, yani 1 year of what when he will be eligible to the transfer from other country. From
From our side, there is no criteria for that. Student we can receive transfer students who have completed one semester of studies, and on the other hand, if someone studying in Page would like to transfer another university, it's up to the other university. But usually, even after one semester, it's possible.
related to same transfer, another question from outside of the Europe, from Hungary to Canada or US. So what is the
Yeah.
possibility of this?
Um, that's possible. So there is the credits that we use are slightly different, but there are comparison tables, where you can simply check how many, like, one credit in Hungary worth how many credits in Canada. Uh, but it really depends on the student's like the exact study program and what we would like to transfer to. For example, like the hardest nut to crack is always medicine, because it's very different. And there might be some questions about it later on, so I would like to just jump there right now. We obviously receive a lot of inquiries from students who were studying medicine in Ukraine and they would like to transfer now. And the problem is that the structure of medical studies in Ukraine is entirely different than what we have here in Hungary. It's nothing about the quality of education, but only the structure of it. And because of that, even if someone did 3 or 4 years in Ukraine, it does not mean that he can transfer to the third, fourth, or fifth year of studies here in Hungary, because most probably will be able to transfer some of his or her credits,
Okay.
but not like entire years.
Okay. It's related to same transfer. That was a
Yes.
transfer from Hungary to other country, from Canada or outside inside the Europe. But this is a transfer from the one student who has completed 3 or 4 semester of bachelor from the
Okay.
Pakistan, and he want to transfer in your university. What are the possibilities are?
Well, I can say it's absolutely possible, but what the procedure is really important. Um, what I said is that, and this is same. If the student was studying anything uh, outside of medical or health, then usually it's easier. But still, how it goes is that student has to be accepted, enrolled, and then go to the registrar's office with the previous studies, and we will have to do a check from for each courses. So it's a very detailed process, and we do not make any promises at the beginning.
Okay. Another question on your front.
Yes. If you can do very well in entrance exam, then well, the decision is made on a mixture of both on your the transcripts that you receive that we receive and your previous grades, and also how you perform in the entrance exam. So if you don't perform well in the entrance exam, it doesn't automatically mean that you will not be accepted. um, it's so it's nothing to worry about. But again, I know an entrance exam is always something that people will be worrying about. But what I can say is that the most important thing is to be relaxed and be yourself. In many cases, what we see is that students are struggling when they are trying to pretend themselves to something else.
Let's say it's
Electrical engineering. I have to let me very quickly check. Uh, yes, unfortunately, we only offer electrical engineering also on bachelor level. From
yeah.
yeah, so if you want to do a master's, we do not offer the master's in electrical engineering, but we offer it in structural engineering, interior design, architecture engineering. So some related fields are also available.
So this is question in front of you, please.
Yes, IELTS requirement. Again, if your previous education was in English, which is in your case, then IELTS is not compulsory. However, if you do an IELTS, is always a positive thing, and I think that a minimum of a combined 5.5 is required.
One of question name is from Umar. He is asking from HND, Higher National Diploma, which is accredited from the UK. What about the from the? Is it acceptable in Hungary in your university? HND is equal to the intermediate grade 12, A level.
Yes, yes. So with the higher national diploma, students can come to a bachelor only. So it's so top up or final year entry is not possible. They have to do the whole 3 year program.
Good. So next question, please. The question
Is
related
le-
to
is late fee or extra fee will be added in the case of late depositing? No, no. The only thing what comes if your deposit is not arriving on time, then until that we are not allowed to issue you the letter of acceptance. So your whole visa process will be delayed. But we do not, ask for any extra fee or late fee in that case.
another question related to top up degree. Some universities offer the top up. So can you please? Student has completed 14-year education. He's
Yes.
asking.
Usually, I would say that it's not possible.
Yeah.
Yes, in our case, this is the same case as if someone would like to have a transfer.
Mhm.
So again, the situation is the same, that it's technically possible. We most probably will be able to recognize some of your courses, but not entire years that you've done previously.
Great, sir. So his question is in Urdu, but I'm going to translate it in English. Why
Okay.
Hungarian embassy is taking too much time to give this decision? Even a semester already in the in started.
Well, it would be important to know a bit more details about this case. However, in general, I can say that there is one consul in one Hungarian consul in Islamabad, and he have to do. I mean, she has to go through all these applications. and there are a lot of student applications, fortunately, from Pakistan to Hungary. I cannot really do a guess on that, but I think it's in the range of 1,000 or something. So there are a lot of applications, and this is why the when you request for a visa appointment, this is why these appointments fill up so quick. And after that, they have to check your documents, then invite you to an interview, and then the decision is made and in the immigration office in Hungary. So
Okay.
I would say, yeah. So I would say that from the very beginning of the process, it can take up to 4, 6, even 8 weeks for the process, and we can be flexible about this. So if you can arrive late in the fall semester, you can arrive until the middle of October. That's fine. But yes, this process usually takes at least 1.5 months. This is why we encourage everyone to start the preparation early. And if you apply around February, March, early April, then you probably have a better chance to arrive in early September when the semester starts.
Okay. Right.
If someone's IELTS should be expired less than 3 months ago is acceptable, it's acceptable, yes.
If he is appearing like language test, so I think if he passed the language test, so he's accepted. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So one thing is important. There is any deduction if someone is refused from Hungarian embassy. So there is a deduction in the tuition fee from the University of Page.
If someone if someone's visa gets refused, then we pay back the full deposit or the full year fee that he paid. The only
Okay.
thing that we don't pay back is the application fee, which is usually like 100 or 200 euros. But other than that, everything is refunded.
Yeah. And a second question, sir, is there any deduction in that point? I mean, there is no deduction. So how much time is required for the refund?
I would say like there's a short paperwork, but after the student files in the paperwork to our university about the we're talking about the refund, right?
Okay.
For the refund, I would say that it's about 30 days usually.
30 days. Right. So
Yes.
it's the fastest way to refund of the from the Hungary. There is no any university refund in a 30, like 4 to 6 weeks. So student asks like question about the WhatsApp number of university.
Well, that's a good one. I have to check that because I know. I think it was me who was answering the questions last time, and I think yeah. I have to check it, but I tomorrow when I go to the office, I will check this account.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna ask this question, answer of this question. One of student, his name is Qasim Ali, and he's a student of BME. I think it belongs to me or my company, and he's waiting for the 3 to 4 months for the refund of the tuition fee. So there's like we are near to close this case. I'm talking with the university and the international department, and there's not one. So I hope it will be refunded very soon. Not only you, Mr. Qasim, 12 more students are waiting. I request you to wait just a little bit more, and it will be a refund in your account. This is first time happening in the Hungarian university. BM is a state university. I hope it will refund very soon. Thank you for it. Okay, so all thing is completed. I hope this is a great time from Mr. Peter. So if anyone is asked question, so I hope all our question is completed from my session. So I'm very thankful to you. If you have any information related to Pakistan, so you can give us related to admission. The most of the student ask about the if we live or study in the page. So what are the job opportunities over there, and how much we can earn in the per month, and how much we can spend in the one per month. So please, can you tell us about this?
Sure, sure, sure. Yes, thank you for that, and thank you for all the wonderful questions. Yes, so regarding that, I would say that generally speaking, job opportunities are out there. What we can see that our freshly graduated students, I think 96% of them receive a job offer in 1 month after graduation. So this is
Okay.
the average. I think it's quite all right. Um, and Yes, so basically, and in that case, I would say again, not to concentrate only on Hungary, but concentrate on the whole Europe. After graduation, students have the chance to acquire a study to work visa,
Mhm.
which is available for 9 months. So students can use this 9 month to find a job, and after that to change it to a work permit for work. Yeah,
So
to
this is
work
the
and stay.
after completion of studies. What
Yes,
about the
yes.
during the study and the opportunity of the page? And what page university contributes for finding the job for international student? What type of can you tell us about?
What we can do is that we have a wonderful. So there are companies or agencies available in page that helping the students. They are. It's really important that their service is free for the students, so they not
Okay.
charge the students for helping them to get the job. um, and I think there are like plenty of companies who hire international students. As I
Mhm.
said again, it's not only about page, because there are a lot of remote working possibilities, in the field of IT or engineering or design. Students don't really have to be somewhere else to work for a company far away. And what I see, that a lot of students are working at different European companies from page, so that's also a possibility.
So any department in the page university, if someone is a registered himself over there, if the university has some part-time opportunities, a student can register and get the job from university.
Yes, we do have a career office, and we usually circulate job opportunities that companies send to us.
Okay.
But again, in Hungary, there are specific companies for that to help students to get jobs, and usually they do the most of this work. But again, their service is for free, and we are in a very good contact with them. So we just send the students to these companies.
Okay, sir. What are the points to get the visa? To get the visa from from the Hungarian embassy, in your knowledge, someone asked the question.
So what are the
What are the points like chances to get the visa for some the state good chances of like to get the admission from the page, bank statement, source of income, good quality of education? What are the other parameters in your knowledge?
Yes, well, it's really important. Well, the most important thing is, I think, that the embassy is trying to help those who really want to come to study. So if your intentions are right and you are really want to do a degree in Hungary, then you
Okay.
will get the visa.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the most important thing. Whatever the happening on the visa interview, the really important thing is to try not to memorize any kind of answers. Try not to be pretending someone like a perfect candidate. Just go there and tell them why you want to come to Hungary. Look, check out a bit of things about Hungary, why you would like to study there, what have what are the major points that really encourage you to do there. How would you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? I think this is the most important things.
Okay, same question you already answered. The student, someone is studying in the Ukraine, right, at this time.
Yeah.
So, what are the possibility to come to the Page University for him?
Uh, yeah. Well, again, there's two things for this ongoing semester. For those who are still in Ukraine or in Hungary, because
Mhm.
many have fled Ukraine to Hungary. So if they are in these two countries, then we offer for this semester full tuition fee waiver and free education and free dormitory placement Obviously, there's a limitation, but for those who are in Ukraine right now or in Hungary right now, this is what we can offer. For the later years, it's or for the semester starting in September, we generally offer a transfer option so students can apply, and then we'll see how many of their current or already acquired credits can be transferred to the University of Pécs.
You said this is opportunity only for the Ukrainians, I mean, national
No,
or resident,
no,
or
no.
anyone
It's
who's studying on.
for
Yeah.
it's for everyone who is
Okay.
currently in Ukraine or in Hungary. So if you
Okay.
already traveled back to Pakistan or to any other country, then this is not available for you.
Okay. And one question from the one candidate: if someone has the percentage of like low CGP or 23 or 20, 52 or 53%, is it acceptable for admission?
Um, I wouldn't I wouldn't say that it is a no. As I said to an earlier question, the decision is made based on the CGPA and the performance on the interview. And in many cases, we find that students with lower grades in high school become exceptional students in the university. So I think it's the decision is made on a combination of your CGP and your performance on the interview.
Right. Well, thank you for the again for my all viewers and I'm very thankful to you all like Pakistani students who join us on this session, and I'm very thankful to you again for Mr. Peter for the great information related to University of Page and program related to like tuition fee refund and others important parameter related to transfer of studies, and the most important like Erasmus is a very good opportunity. So I'm very thankful to you. We will come again with you with a big session and with other team members of Sir Peter's department. So I'm very thankful to you, Sir Peter. Thank you to join.
Thank you for this opportunity, and I hope I was able to help to some of you. And I hope that many of those who watch this little thing tonight will be meeting me in September in Page.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir. Welcome. Bye bye.
thank you. Take care. Bye bye.